6,000 Ghana cedis. Hallelujah. If you dial *439#, you're in luck. If you haven't dialed yet, you still have a bit of time. I think we have about 41 minutes to go. So dial now, *439#. We're going to do our first draw for the morning. *439#. If you're on MTN or Telecel, it's time to win. All right. Here we go. If your number is 0244 975 ****, you have won. 1,000 Ghana cedis has just landed in your Momo account. Just like that. Just easy peasy, lizard squeezy. That's how you win on the show this morning. Dial *439# and win. It's very simple and nice. Now, last Friday, we're joined by the 3FM team. We told you that we were going to be providing you breakfast on the go. This morning, they came with some of the kose from last Friday. Johnny Hughes is here.
Hello.
Helen is here.
Hello.
Helen, you know I always hesitate when I'm going to mention your name because of the part of the country I'm from.
That's okay.
You know,
it's allowed.
I try to
Helen.
Helen.
Sometimes you omit the age.
Yeah.
Oh, it's allowed.
For security reasons.
Yeah. And you came with a friend.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
She was on the back.
Yeah, I saw.
Laurentia.
I saw.
Very
Hi.
vocal.
Yes, I saw.
Antoine.
I saw. And she didn't drink the cuckoo.
Oh, yes, she didn't.
Yeah.
She
I had eaten in the morning.
She had eaten already, so she didn't.
She had chibom before coming. Wow. And you set off at 6 a.m. or 7?
No, 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
But before 6 a.m. we were.
And she
were
ate before 6 a.m.
I don't know. We also
Wow.
she joined us midway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Midway towards Legon.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then when she came, she was okay.
How was
Offered
it?
her my
How was
seat.
last Friday?
It was good. It was a great experience. We had real people, real conversations. We didn't have the politicians there. We didn't have any duty bearers there. It was just ordinary people hopping on the bus and getting back down. When we got to, I think, Madina or so, one of the guys who does, he says the work is called Wule Wule. You know,
Wule.
Yeah, they actually help the drivers to populate their vehicles.
So that's not the job of the mates anymore?
No. So it's a new job that they've created.
Wule.
Yeah. So
And
when
where
they
did you...
they give them 2 cedi 50 pesos for filling a bus.
I see.
Yeah, with passengers.
And this is at Madina?
Yes, he just joined the bus, came to talk, say what he had to say, and got down. He came to give us full detail, full insight on how they run their business, what they eat, how they eat what they eat, you know, inquired Diani and all of that. Came to talk, blasted the government and walked off.
And he got off?
Yeah,
he got on and got off?
Yes. He just
didn't know you were coming.
And went to control and went back to continue the Wule business. Yeah.
Wule means picking.
Yeah, picking.
Yeah.
So he just left the vehicle he was loading, came back, came to do all his things, then got back.
went back to the
But
Wule
not to overpopulate our bus.
Yeah.
We should have told him to slow
He
down.
brought some
he
more
came to
people.
Wule your bus as
Yes,
well.
for free.
Oh my goodness.
Free bus. So we had to, people had to get off because
was
we wanted
telling the
everyone
people
to be
that we are going to
comfortable.
Accra for free.
Larisha, were you on then?
Yeah, I was there by the time, and I
How
got
was the
a chance to
experience for
listen to
you?
him. It was amazing. I had diverse opinions, and I was able to share mine as well.
Okay.
And I love how generic the idea was, right? So these are people from different walks of life. You all join the bus like it's a normal day on the busy streets of Accra, and we just have fun, join in the conversation, and say what is on our hearts and minds. So I loved it.
Larisha, you were a passenger.
Yes,
You don't
please.
work with 3FM.
No,
You
not
don't
at
know
all.
any of us from anywhere.
No.
So you had the ad.
Actually,
Okay.
I was having breakfast that
Okay.
morning,
With
and
your
then
breakfast.
I tell you.
yeah, we were having breakfast as a family, and then I saw you interviewing Johnny and
Right.
then Helen,
Right.
right?
Okay.
So the moment Johnny spoke about how the program was going to be, I told Mom that I want to be part of the journey because I loved the idea behind it, and I felt like it would be more comfortable than maybe being online or standing somewhere in public or in a crowd
Right.
and saying my views, because this is something we do every day. We board buses, we enter Trotsky's, we take Ubers and stuff like that. So I felt like it would be a very comfortable and safe space for us to be able to churn out our views. And
All
I
right.
enjoyed it.
And it was good.
It was great.
What did you talk about
Fantastic.
on the bus?
I spoke about Galamsey, education, and then at a certain point, I think we also spoke about the demonstrations
Yes,
that
the
had been going
demonstrations,
on, against
Yeah.
Galamsey.
Okay. Would you join us again?
Yes, but I don't think this Friday, maybe the next
Next
week.
Friday.
Yeah.
And what would you say to other young people who are watching? Because I think on the day Johnny came, people were asking, do you have to know someone to come?
No,
you have
it's an
to,
open bus.
So from your experience, what would you say to other young people watching?
You just have to fill the form,
Yeah.
and then you get the seat in the bus automatically.
Okay.
And it's a very friendly environment. You just sit on the bus and you speak freely. It's not a place where you get attacked for your opinions. Every opinion is tolerated
welcome.
and understood.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it was a good experience.
It was. In fact, let me also say big thank you to Kali J, to Ivy Enyonam, and to Olele Salvador. These are influencers on social media. They joined us, and big shouts to the National Service Secretariat. They gave us free meat pies.
Oh, that meat pie is live.
So we had gone there, we're checking out what people were buying for breakfast, and then Helen came with the goodies. Hey,
They gave us free meat pie.
go
Yes,
eat the meat
delicious.
pie. And Big Joe also sells coconut
That's right.
water. He gave me free coconut
Free
water.
coconut
Said
water.
I should.
What's the plan for this Friday?
So this Friday we're going on another bus ride.
Okay.
We'll announce the routes so people can join us. But as Laurentia mentioned, you fill the form.
Yeah.
There's a phone number attached to it. You can use both options. You connect and then we are on.
On behalf of the people of Kaswa, because your mind, that's a joke, that's a joke.
But Kaswa will get a share
yes,
in the coming days.
these are Kaswa to your schedule at some point.
This has come to stay. Every Friday we get to
go to Kaswa.
explore. And this Friday we started from Abokobi Junction
Abokobi
all the way to the Central Business District. It was so cool. It was
And
so
I mean, we got off at points as well. That's why we were able to get some views from the National Service
Yeah,
Secretariat,
yeah.
how the businesses in that area also
one cup of cocoa is 8
operating.
cedis. Can you imagine?
I mean, it was quite interesting. These days, you need a good amount of
20
money
Ghana
to
cedis.
No, you didn't know.
No, we didn't know. We were
Yes.
shocked.
One cup
That was
of
Helen's
cocoa.
first time in a
Yes.
Trotsky.
It's actually her second time.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's not a Trotsky. That's a very
mindful
cool.
bus.
I mean, the AC was on through.
Trotsky with wole. It's Trotsky.
Okay.
Okay, so you entered the Wule Wule one.
No.
Yes, because you would have needed some time to recover.
Yeah. But we're fully recovered. Next week we go back on the road. I believe it's a holiday.
Yeah.
Next Friday, so we'll keep everybody informed on what
Okay.
the routes are, and you can spend your holiday with
Yeah.
us. And as Laurentia has testified, great atmosphere. And you can also jump on, grab the mic, maybe say your
Say
views.
what? In fact, there was a lady who
and then-
joined.
Yes.
She said she's not traveling with us. She just joined, picked the mic, said her 2 cents, and got off.
And got
Yes.
off.
She had a message for her MP and the assemblyman and the DC that their roads are bad. So when we told her that, there's actually an app where you can report your potholes, and I said, well, she's hearing it for the first time. She doesn't know. Then she tried to download it. The thing says, see, even the app has a problem. But then just to mention also that if you missed out on last Friday, there's an opportunity for you to connect again this Friday.
That's right.
And you can always follow us on 3FM 927, your urban lifestyle radio, and get some more fine details.
All right.
But there were 3 ladies who joined the bus. And then at some point they got off. You remember them? They said we're not sharing food.
The breakfast wasn't coming quick
The
enough
breakfast-
for
so
the
they
ladies.
wanted a
So we
breakfast.
have to do something about
As
that.
soon as they joined.
We have to do
Oh,
something
but
about that.
We have targeted the
Johnny,
cocoa
in
joint.
this economy,
Yeah.
you don't talk about food when it's not readily available at the time of talking.
Everybody else understood.
no.
Apart from the
And
And we
3 of
ask for
them.
a bit of
No.
patience. On the bus ride, we take it
No.
cool. You don't have
Please.
to rush.
The 3 of them, they came together because it's a 3FM.
I
Bus
get
ride
it.
And breakfast
I get it.
exercise.
So when
the 3 of them came,
the breakfast was all coming.
3FM should have provided
But I
3
think they were
breakfasts
hasty
for them.
because as soon as they got off, less than about 20 minutes,
No, less than that. They
we
said
had arrived at the cocoa
we are-
joint. So
but
have
then when they-
patience for
but
us.
when they-
On behalf of those of us who have early breakfast, please,
Noted.
we should give them the food earlier.
when you begin the ride, please have at least
But-
tea bread.
No, but there was a
Tea bread
like,
standby.
nice water. We welcomed them with nice water.
There's water at home.
Chilled.
Tea bread.
Oh, Charlie.
All right. But thank you for joining us, Lauricia. We
No.
appreciate views from young people like you because, you know, these conversations are not complete without the views from the younger generation. So when we hear you speak so passionately about issues, it encourages us to keep on. Yes.
She spoke very well.
Yes, I think I saw some of your videos. And I watched your submissions, and we are grateful to you for coming, for seeing it on TV and deciding to join.
Let me actually also big up our head of station, Lois Kisiedu, and Sheila Doyobo and Miriam Osajima. They did very well. Yeah. In fact, Lois brought the concept app, the bus ride thing app, and it's good.
Yeah.
And to all those who are
done.
coming on to sponsor, we are thanking you in advance.
Yes, thank you.
Mr. Amar, good morning to you. Yes, we need about 7 clients.
We need more sponsors to make it possible because you know it's not cheap to do an OB. We call it an OB, outside broadcast, which is more expensive than broadcasting in studio. So yes, we need more partners on board, and even outside the cost of production, this is a very laudable cause to give regular people on the streets of Accra the opportunity to speak truth to power. We try to do it with community manifesto by coming into your constituencies, but not everyone is able to do this. Take the morning off to wait to talk. But this allows you to join the ride on your way to work. So you don't need to take time off to do this. Just on your way to work, you can have your say. And this is made possible by 3FM. All right.
And I just before we go, good morning to Mr. Amar once again.
Mr. Amar?
Yeah, Mr. Amar. I'm saying good morning to you. He was there on the bus ride with us.
Okay.
And to Corporate Ghana, good morning to you. Please bring your money here because this is where you get the real impact and the real juice. Yeah.
All right. I think I saw Mr. Amar on the bus. And on behalf of everyone on the bus, please, the cocoa is 1-to-1. So why did you give Mr. Amar 2?
Mr. Amar, no, at the time he came, some people had gotten off.
So he had to eat on behalf of the rest.
So we filled his hands with it.
Okay, all right. Well. And this Friday, please join the bus. Keep an ear out for the announcement on the route that the team will take this Friday, and then you can join them. It's time for our second draw for the morning. Today is the day that you make some free money on the show. If you dial *439#, it's time to win on MTN and on Telecel. Let's see our second draw for the morning. You just landed hot in your Momo wallet. Congratulations to you. We're giving away 6,000 Ghana cedis today, 6K. All right, let's see our third draw for the morning. Third draw for the morning. Let's go. Here we go. 530-124****. Please check your wallet. 1,000 Ghana cedis just landed in your Momo wallet. All right. We've given away 3K. We have 3K more. When we come back, I'm giving you the chance to dial if you haven't dialed yet. Dial *439#. All right, *439# to win. Let's do another draw before we take that break. All right. Here we go. 055-3039****. If that's your number, I'm sure you're jumping up and down right now because 1,000 Ghana cedis has just landed in your Momo wallet. When we come back, we'll do our 2 draws before we wrap up. Stay tuned. You're watching TV3 New Day.
There are governments like NDC that invest in people, invest in infrastructure. So when NDC comes, it builds schools for you. It builds health facilities for you. It connects communities to electricity. It provides you with water. We fix the roads. That is NDC, because you will benefit, your child will benefit, your grandchild will benefit, your great-grandchild will benefit. Our leaders must learn to tell the truth at all times. Don't say what you can't do just because you want political power. And so, elections are coming again. They'll come with sweet promises, and they'll come and say the things that they want you to hear. But this time, when they come, what will you tell them? You tell them, whoa, alakpato.
We are elated about the fact that you are making efforts to return to the seat of government. There is no denying the fact that there is suffering in this land. And the crowd that has followed you is enough testimony to the fact that they see a ray of hope in your next coming.
We have tasted the soup prepared by NDC. We have tasted the one prepared by MPP. If the soup is bad, it's bad. Your Excellency, we are with you in prayers. We continue to pray for you for victory, but we are just calling on Electoral Commission should do the needful.
If somebody leads you down the wrong road, he himself doesn't know where he's going, and you realize that he has taken you down the wrong road, is he the same person you are going to follow again? What will you do? You will follow who know road.
Nana, who are you voting for this year?
How about area? As for this question, you need not ask. John Mama and the NDC, of course. Who else? You know there should be a change. Maybe I should have brought to Abapa.
Nana, born before computer.
Yeah,
do you still remember how to vote?
I am so sharp. On December 7th, when I get to my police station, I will take my voter's ID card to the EC officer. He will check, find my name, and give me a ballot paper. I will inspect the ballot paper and make sure the EC stamp is at the back with no other markings around it. When I get to the box, I will just inspect the paper again, search for the umbrella. I will just put my thumb in the ink pad and stamp the empty box just by the umbrella, not on the line or Mohammed's face, but in the empty box just by the umbrella. Then I clean my hand, fold my ballot paper vertically and horizontally, and drop it straight into the presidential box.
Ah, Nana, well done.
On the parliamentary candidate, I'll just stamp my hand in the empty box just by the umbrella. Now I'm done. Give it back.
Hey, na.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
Hey, what's cooking? Well, something spectacular, something brand new, something you've never seen before.
Something special on a good afternoon.
Absolutely.
Oops, time's up. Let's go serve you as what we've been cooking. Tired of the same old daytime TV? Do you crave something more exciting and unpredictable? Then buckle up. The afternoon show is here to shake things up.
Yes, Mondays to Thursdays, we will be your guide to everything that matters in your world. We've got the latest in the trends, in the news, entertainment, health, business, sports, and interviews with your favorite celebrities and experts.
Now that definitely sounds very exciting. So, ditch your remote and join the revolution.
Get ready to experience the best screen time one afternoon at a time with me, Godwin Number.
And Anita Ikia Ikufu right here on The Afternoon Show.
The Afternoon Show, every Monday to Thursday at 1 p.m. only on TV3.
No, baby, I said I'm fine. There's no need for you to come over.
How far will men go just to impress a woman? There are no limits at all.
Hey, baby.
I go to work in the morning and work so hard and come back home and my house is a mess.
Meet Leo, James, Ben, and Tim, 3 young men maneuvering the twists, turns, and challenges in their 20s.
You guys are 3. The third person is not at home. Am I lying? Am I lying? I said one hustle. And they also, whom I also help. We here.
They are witty, smart, and sneaky.
How's my baby?
Yeah, that one, lazy boy, he's still sleeping.
They are The Bachelors. The Bachelors, showing Tuesday to Thursdays on TV3 at 9 p.m.
Besides the cash prize, the perks that comes with winning, the trip abroad, the top intern also gives you the opportunity to gain advanced studies in any field around the globe.
Are you the next top intern? The Media General Registration Portal is now open to the public. Graduate with at least a second-class upper degree from any reputable university can apply for this year's top intern competition. Simply scan the QR code on your screen to submit your nomination.
Thanks to the top intern, I have transitioned from an intern to a Stardust officer here at Media General. This competition doesn't only enhance your skills, it opens doors for real career opportunities.
The top intern takes you beyond the internship.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere.
Hey, 8K. Hey, you can get 8K. Get back packing from your one line. Hey, wait.
You go put it on his tab. This is my man.
Good luck.
Hey, yo, we'll be ready. We have star 712. It's what you phone. I'm on dialing the magic numbers. Star 712. Now welcome to the luckiest. And I'm with me at home ticket. You can buy for yourself or your loved one.
Mommy, tell mommy who's here.
You're buying for me, right?
Or who else?
Oh.
Let's choose buy tickets for others.
Love you, boo boo.
Maybe straight to option 4.
Now, you need to buy tickets worth 50 Ghana to qualify. Yes, you can buy random or preferred tickets.
I'm choosing random tickets.
Listen, if you buy the random ticket, the system chooses a random number for you. But if you buy the preferred, you get to input your own preferred 5 digits. 5.
Baby, give me your 5 numbers.
And how much are we buying?
Babe, look at the body and buy you.
With your body,
Hey,
there we are. Tread cautiously. Now follow the prompts and prepare. Now the luckiest.
The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. T&Cs apply.
An inspiring tale of love, hope, and perseverance. This is Faltu, which means useless. Being born into a feudal family in rural Rajasthan means Faltu faces ill treatment and disrespect from everyone except her father and her cousin Pratap. Having been born a girl child, Faltu defies societal norms and fights against all odds to achieve her dreams of becoming a cricketer. Fate brings Faltu into contact with Ayan, a former cricketer from Mumbai who is visiting her village.
फालतू के क्रिकेट ने इतना बड़ा नुकसान करवा दिया मेरा.
Impressed by Faltu's strength and determination, Ayan helps her to pursue her dreams of being a professional cricketer, falling in love with her in the process. Ayan is engaged to Tanisha, a woman from his extended family circle. Will Faltu and Ayan overcome the numerous obstacles to their love? Get all the answers to these questions and more in Faltu, a tale of hope, determination, and love. Catch Faltu Mondays to Fridays at 6 p.m. on TV3.
It's like I'm walking far away to
To the elections this morning, we asked you what are some of the key considerations that you will make in deciding who should be president come December 7th this year. So with all the many answers that you've given us, talking about government policy, talking about infrastructure, talking about unemployment, job creation, and so on, there's some of the key government policies that we know about but that have not had the chance to go into deep details on. We're going to try to have some of those conversations this morning on the show. But before that, if you dial star 439 hash, then it's time for you to win some money. All right? If you dial star 439 hash, it's time for you to win some money on Cash Out this morning. This is our 4th draw for the morning. We've already given out, well, this is our 5th draw because we've given away 4,000 CDs. We have 2,000 left to give you. All right, let's take our 5th draw this morning. All right, I understand a lot of your numbers are popping up and we need only one to pop up. So, and we're going to try to sort that out. But for now, we're going to have a conversation on one of the key policies proposed by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as one of the policies he's going to focus on or pay attention to should he become president come December 7th. We're going to be talking about the flat rate tax system. If you've heard about it or you probably hearing about it for the first time, don't have a very deep understanding on this, this is the conversation that will bring you all the information you need to know, hopefully, by the time we're done. I'm joined in the studios by management consultant and MCE, Honorable Mordecai Kwashi, MCE of Leisure Kuku. My MCE. Good morning. You're welcome to the show. Great to have you.
Thanks.
How's the campaign coming?
The campaign is coming up nicely, and this year, I believe that we'll be seeing some pleasant changes to things in Leisure Kuku.
In Leisure Kuku, because we understand Leisure Kuku has a very, should we call it a swing constituency?
Yes, it is a swing constituency, and it's a very tough constituency to have. But we also have an exceptional candidate this year in Dr. Bernard Okoboy. And although we know the race is quite a tight race, we know that he's done enough to convince the people of Leisure Kuku that he's the right person to lead them into the next parliament. And so I'm sure that on the 7th of December, the citizens or voters in Leisure Kuku will reward Dr. Okoboy and honor him by letting him represent them.
Well, we see him doing a lot of work.
Oh, absolutely, he is.
We wish him all the very best. We were in Leisure Kuku. I was there personally for Community Manifesto and had conversations with people who lived there, and they spoke about the things that matter to them. They're grateful for the road construction work that's been completed or is almost completed. I'm not sure the level it's at now. We're still in the process. Yes, and they had some specific questions and requests. But that was for that conversation. For this conversation, I want us to look at some of the key policies which have been proposed by the flag bearer of your party, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Now, we've heard a lot about the free SHS and other policies, but one of the policies which has been proposed but we have not heard enough about is the flat rate tax system. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, okay. The flat rate tax is an innovative tax system that has been suggested, and it is actually, in many ways, it can be considered our flagship proposition. The flat rate tax is supposed to simplify our tax system, make it easier to collect, easier to administer, easier to enforce, and easier to collect. What is expected to happen, and what is likely to happen, is that although the flat tax will reduce the rate of tax, because it will widen the tax net, it will in total be able to collect a lot more taxes than it is now. So the flat tax is actually a tax reduction policy. It is a tax reduction policy intended to generate so much revenue that will solve our problem. And it's important that we understand that our problem is a revenue problem. You know, now we're in a 17th IMF program in 67 years. Now, what that means is that averagely, or roughly, every 4 years we go to the IMF. Whether military government, whether civilian government, whether MPP, whether NDC, we go to IMF with amazing automaticity. And that shows you that it is a systemic problem. It's not a partisan problem. Although, yes, we politicians take advantage sometimes to of the political game. But really, if you understand the economy and the things that drive our economy, you realize that our inability to mobilize revenue is what has dogged our development for 67 years. And this flat tax is supposed to unlock that one. Actually, what the flat tax will do is enable us to come out of this vicious cycle of the debt and poverty that we go through every 4 years into another, should I say, virtuous cycle, where now because now our development is tax-driven, or driven is local. Right now, if you look at our budgets, an unacceptably high proportion is funded externally, and a large chunk also funded by borrowing. Okay. Once we are able to do the tax net, you see, before, let me just jump this and tell you this. Most experts agree that it's about $23 billion worth of taxes uncollected every year. Just imagine that, $23 billion in Ghana here, taxes that are not collected.
$23 billion
of taxes remain uncollected in Ghana. The idea of the flat tax is to enable us to collect some of that.
So the question that a lot of people ask about this flat tax is that if the issue is revenue, is the issue the collection of revenue or the fact that people are not paying or that the tax rates are too high? Now, if the issue is an issue of collection, then why aren't we focusing on how to make sure that the current tax system remains, but you deploy different means of making sure that you're able to collect, especially from the informal sector? The flat tax rate, while it sounds like a simple way, or or simplifying the tax regime, it might introduce some disproportionality because lower income families or people with lower income will have to pay the same rate as people with wealthier citizens. So it will burden lower income earners, and it will be a luxury for, wealthier citizens, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So the argument you're making here is that the flat tax is regressive. That's what you're saying.
Okay.
Because right now, the tax system you have is a progressive one. So the higher you earn, the higher the percentage you pay. But the flat tax was a flat percentage for everybody.
For everybody.
Now, that is how it looks like. But all the available research and evidence, it shows that everywhere the flat tax has been implemented, it has positively impacted economic growth. The reason is that it reduces the incentive for people to try and avoid taxes, because it's simple, it's straight to the point, and it's also smaller. Also, in economies at a certain early stage of development, when capital accumulation is what your purpose is, then you will introduce something like a flat tax. Because now you can't have a capitalist system without capital. And because we've had a problem with creating indigenous capital, our economic growth is dependent on foreign capital. That is why when they take their dividends, they take their stuff away, our exchange rates all over the place. What we need to do now is to build indigenous capital, which is what normally the flat tax would do. Let me give you an example. A country like Russia implemented the flat tax in, I think, 2001, 2002. They've recently complicated a little bit under the pressure of sanctions, 2021. But for 20 years, a country of that size, an economy of that size, ran a flat tax. And they actually see their revenues grow significantly.
Okay. How are we going to capture the informal sector?
Good. The trick with this flat tax, why it is so important, is that digitalization has enabled us to rope in the informal sector. When the government came to power, our financial inclusion, that's Ghanaians who had bank accounts, was, if I am not mistaken, less than 10%. We are now in excess of 90%. Through
of the entire population.
Mobile phone accounts are considered now bank accounts. Okay. And because of the national identification card linked to your mobile phone, linked to your bank account, linked to, should I say, registered general land valuation, the DVLA. So at this point, there's a certain level of visibility of transactions that we have as a result of digitalization that make it now possible to do that. Now, what's going to happen is that it will probably be administered through an app. so that you'll be able to, a few simple questions you answer, and you have an idea how much tax you pay. It's a simplified tax. You may even have an option how you will do the payment. But you see, with that tax, it is clear that you'll be able to, it can rope in more. Also because of the Ghana.gov platform. Because what happens now is that Ghana.gov platform is meant that when you owe the government on anything, and they activate the Ghana.gov platform, it affects your ability to use your Ghana card. All right. So when you default on your taxes, to affect you somehow, and you go to the bank to transact, to say no, go to Ghana.gov. When you go there, your bill will be there that you owe this amount you are supposed to pay, you haven't paid. So you see the level of enforcement that we're going to have is going to be quite high. And this is all because of the digitalization, which over time we've created the digital infrastructure that allows us to administer and enforce an innovative flat tax like what I'm talking about. But that is why we are very optimistic that we will achieve our objective, at least 25% or 30% of that 23 billion out there, at least we believe that it's available for us to have. Now, what the difference is that once that comes in, government doesn't have to borrow as much. The pressure government to borrow is less.
Reduce. But still on the amount of revenue collected, aren't you concerned that if you issue this flat tax rate, you would have to, it would have to be low enough for low income earners to be able to pay it comfortably, because you don't want a tax to be too burdensome, because that is what is going to cause people to want to avoid it.
Exactly.
All right. So to prevent tax avoidance, you would want to keep the tax rate low. Wouldn't that affect government revenue generation? Because while you are collecting from a lot of people, the level of the tax, the rate might be too low as to make you lose out on the revenue that you currently have.
Absolutely. I get that argument. And it is true. I would expect that before it's implemented, experts will do the calculation to know the right level of tax to use. That will be at the same time to be low enough to encourage compliance, and yet it will reach so many people as will allow us to maximize. You see, the fact of the matter is that as we sit, our tax to GDP ratio is low. It's lower than even our fellow African countries. We tax to GDP is around 13%, 14%. Compare that to South Africa, which is 24%. But to 24. So you or a place like Botswana, who also have tax GDP ratio of similar, around 22. Okay. So this flat tax will increase it so that now our tax to GDP ratio will probably move up to what is more normal, maybe from 14% as we are now, maybe 18% or the 20%. So there's still a lot of scope.
Lots of people.
But now, why it is critical for us is that our problem, which I have explained in this IMF 67 years IMF business, is a matter of not being able to mobilize enough. Once we mobilize enough, the pressure on the government to borrow goes down. When pressure on the government goes down, and the pressure on government to borrow goes down, a number of things happen. The credit becomes more available to the private sector. Because since the government is no longer borrowing as much as banks will have to come to us to lend us money, because government is no longer available to borrow the money. That's the first thing. Secondly, because the key player in the credit market, one key player is off or is not so active, interest rates will tend to inch downwards.
Okay.
So credit becomes available, interest rates reach down. Now, this same flat tax that's expected to raise enough revenue to make nuisance taxes not necessary anymore. E-levy, betting taxes. It is this flat tax that is supposed to harness enough so that we can write those ones. Indeed, it is the same flat tax that will raise enough revenue that will make it possible for us to reduce port charges and port duties too much. Okay. So really what is happening, this flat tax will raise so much that we can actually return, therefore reduce price levels, increase income levels, and actually solve the cost of living crisis that we are doing.
But still on compliance, I mean, nobody likes taxes. Nobody wants to pay taxes, even if the tax is as little as 50 pesos. Once you're taking money from people, they do not want to participate. We don't like taxes. So as much as possible, you want to make sure that the tax regime is comfortable enough for everyone to want to comply. Now, if you're looking to rope in the informal sector so suddenly, now this is a sector that hitherto were not paying direct taxes, you know, or they're not paying, all right? It's only the indirect taxes that they pay. If you want to rope them in now, what exactly do you plan to do to get them to want to comply? especially because public awareness of this flat tax rate is not very high. We don't know or understand enough about this regime. How exactly do you hope to get the informal sector to comply?
Good. It's a fantastic question, because what we are talking about here is actually a tax filing culture, inculcating a tax filing culture in a community or a society that really, a society that doesn't file their taxes regularly. So it's a big thing. It's we are not underestimating that at all. There will become campaign and all of that, communication, education campaign for people to understand what it takes and all of that, how the app looks like and all of that. So it will be a while before it comes through. But I challenge your assertion that people don't like paying tax. There's an Afrobarometer survey on tax, people's likelihood to pay tax in, I think, done in 2013 or so. It's quite a long time ago. But it seemed to quite clear that most people, once they understand what they get for the taxes they pay, most Ghanaians realize that we need a lot of things. And so once they get it, that the taxes they pay will lead to all of that, then they will quite willingly comply. Of course, if it is also easy to pay and convenient to pay and all of that, most likely they will comply. Now, my main point here is this. This is a game-changing thing that is not being talked about enough.
Yes.
We're going to an election in a month's time. It's important that people go to election well informed of what options are. Very few people know that the flat tax means a lower tax for them to pay. Very few people understand that it means more take-home pay for you. Very few people understand that it means that lower price regime and a higher income regime. What the flat tax is going to help us to create is a low tax, low inflation, low interest rate regime, which is actually the ideal regime for businesses to thrive. It is the thriving of our businesses, and that's going to give us sustainable employment, good jobs, and all of that. It is when our businesses thrive. So far, we are making up for that with make job schemes, things that are being done for national security purposes, to keep young people employed and all of that. Those are stopgap things. It is actually this thing that will grow the economy sustainably and systematically. That is how we're going to snap out of the current vicious cycle of poverty and debt that we are in, and transition into a virtuous cycle of growth, productivity, and wealth creation. It is critical, therefore, that as we make up their minds, they should understand how on 7th December, this is a pivotal thing that will completely change the way our lives are, completely change the way businesses are, and completely change even the way public finances are harnessed and
administered. Now, on that, we know that one of the problems that we have with our current tax administration is the problem of corruption and inefficiencies.
Absolutely.
Now, if we're going to widen the tax net, we're going to rope in the informal sector and pretty much cover everyone. How exactly do we plan on weeding out this canker of corruption? Interesting.
It's interesting that you brought up the corruption issue, because actually in the Afrobarometer survey, it also talked about that most people think that associate corruption with tax officials and all that. This system will remove a lot of human intervention and human discretion. And we know that one of the advantages of digitalization is in the removal of human intervention. Because every time there's human intervention or there's a discretion to be had, then you have issues of
conflicts of interest and corruption.
But this one, you need to realize that this is a tax that will be digitally administered, digitally enforced. It's a new kind of thing. Now we are offering you a new digitalized world in 2025, completely. It changes.
Have we decided on the rate yet?
No, not yet.
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment, but it will
and does the rate mean amount?
No, the rate means a percentage.
It means a percentage
of your income.
Okay. So flat rate doesn't necessarily mean that we are all going to be paying the same amount of money. No. It means we are going to pay the same
if you earn
percentage. All right. And how exactly are you going to prevent or avoid double taxation in this tax regime? Because if there's a flat rate, it's supposed to be on my earnings, right? Now, we know that nowadays, a lot of us have multiple income streams. So will this rate be applied to each of my income streams? Would it be applied to the aggregate?
Yes, the rate is applied to you. And
so,
the aggregate
so,
income
so the aggregate of my income streams, it doesn't apply to my investment.
Income. Yes, it doesn't apply to investment.
Okay.
Actually, normally, taxes don't
It doesn't apply. Does it apply to income locally earned, internationally earned as well?
All income.
Or all income accruing
all
to
income.
you,
All
no matter where it's accruing to
all
you
income.
from?
All income.
And for those who work outside Ghana but are Ghanaians?
You know, with some countries, we have a double taxation agreement.
Okay.
So it means that we don't tax you if you pay, if you can show evidence of paying taxes there. Then we don't tax you.
So if I work in the US, if I work in the US and I pay my taxes in the US and my salary is paid to my Ghana account, okay? So the money comes to my Ghana account.
Yeah.
That salary, that income accruing to me in my Ghana account will not be taxed.
Of course, well, this is a very technical thing, but it will depend on where the income is perceived to have been earned.
Okay.
So the income was earned in America, then it's taxed. But I don't think we have a double taxation agreement actually with the US. I don't think so. If I can't recall that we have a double taxation agreement. So with the US, you would have to be in the uncomfortable situation of paying. But those are final points, you know. But the thing about a flat tax is that it doesn't lend itself to many exemptions and so on.
Okay.
It doesn't. The whole idea of a flat tax is that there are not too many exemptions and things. It's a simple thing. See your amount and pay and go.
Okay. All right. So that will probably be a downside. There are not many exemptions.
Yeah, no, it's not a downside. It's a good thing.
It's a good thing.
We lose a lot of money through exemptions.
Yes, but as an individual, exemptions will be good for me. But I guess it should not be good for the government because then the government is losing revenue. All right.
And it also adds another layer of complication. Once we start exemptions, then you must show that you qualify for this, you qualify for that. It brings layers of exemptions and complications.
All
you know,
right.
so generally speaking, actually, the flat tax tends to be very low on exemptions and so on. It's a one thing.
Does it also apply to gift tax? Is the flat tax? Does it apply to gifts?
It is currently conceived as an income tax.
Okay.
On income.
Okay.
So
other things are a different issue. Or
I believe that they're a different issue.
As you fine-tune it, we'll figure those ones out as well.
But for now, it is seen,
right.
I mean, the discussion is about an income tax.
All right.
And I hope I have convinced you that the flat tax is a key thing and that the originator of the idea, the Vivishim Ebebera, is available for us. He's never been president before, but he's available for us to have him now to become the president of Ghana. And I'm excited about it. And I am anxious, or not say, I am breathlessly anticipating a modern, new, and exciting new world of opportunities out there. So as I'm summing up now.
Yes, go ahead.
7th December. When you go out to vote, realize that you're voting for your children, your children's children, for the future of Ghana. We're voting to solve problems that Ghana has faced for 67 years and not been able to resolve it. That's what we are voting for. And we're voting for the complete transformation, economic transformation of this our country through the leadership of Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. Please vote for him. You will be glad you did. And I will see you on the right side of history.
All right.
Come 8th December, 9th December, 10th December, and so on.
All right. Thank you so much,
You're
Honorable
welcome.
Mordecai Kwashi, for bringing us deep insights into the flat tax regime, which is supposed to simplify our tax collection system and also expand government's revenue and hopefully reduce your tax burden as well. This is your Election Command Center, where we bring you all the information you need to know about the upcoming elections, all the updates and everything in between. You're watching TV3NewDay. Even dial star 439 hash. You have an opportunity to do so now, all right? You have an opportunity to do so now. Dial star 439 hash and we'll be on TV3 weekday on the show. All right, so we're going to go to Community Manifesto now. Community Manifesto is our platform where we come to your constituency and allow you to say what's on your mind and your heart, speak truth to power, and let us know what you're thinking about in deciding who to vote for. Today, we're coming to you from another constituency. We'll bring you all the details on that and more in a moment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Did you know that MSMEs drive 70% of Ghana's GDP and employ 85% of the workforce? But despite their impact, many still face challenges like access to credit and skills. Join GIZ for the Greater Accra Regional Network on Entrepreneurial Development and Employment Promotion Conference. This two-day event themed Sustainable Solutions for Enterprise Development and Employment Promotion features workshops, expert talks, and success stories. Are you an MSME? Register today to showcase your business for free. Date 12th and 13th November 2024. Venue Kofi Ohene Kunedu Hall, UPSA, Accra. Time 9:30 a.m. daily. Mark your calendar. This is your opportunity to connect, learn, and grow. For more information, call Bernice on 0244 311 409. Let's strengthen Ghana's MSMEs. Together, we build a stronger future.
Hello. As a busy executive balancing work and personal life, I found myself struggling with my weight and overall health. That's when I discovered a star. A Star Pharma in Medical Aesthetics Center offers amazing services that changed my life. Their weight management program helped me lose weight and feel great again. They also provide excellent men and women's health services, skin care treatments, and IV therapy. If you're looking to lose weight the right and healthy way, try A Star Pharma and Medical Aesthetics Center. They made a big difference in my life, and they can do the same for you. Start your journey today.
You're welcome back. You're watching TV3 New Day, and this is great news from Reverend John Tay Memorial Institute. Admissions are ongoing in all departments. That includes general science, general arts, visual art, home economics, business, and more. Reverend John Tay Memorial Institute comprises senior high school and junior high schools, primary and preschool, and founded on Christian principles. It is co-educational and offers both boarding and day options. We have excellent academic and moral grooming, a true home away from home experience with outstanding exam results. Your word success is our satisfaction. For more information, please call us on 0557 804701 or 0243 344 2602. So if you're looking to take your ward to school, this is where you should go to. You're watching TV3 New Day. It's now time for Community Manifesto. But before that, we're bringing you beachy tidings and Sunday joy this Christmas. Book 2 nights and get a third night for free, with all meals inclusive, starting from 6,000 Ghana cedis for a couple. Package offer guests free access to all in-house facilities, swimming pool, gym, cinema with popcorn, board games, snooker, and so much more. You also enjoy free airport pickup from Takrady on weekends. Terms and conditions, of course, apply. Fun activities include tour of our beautiful facility with a golf cart, splash playground for kids, bouncy castle, trampoline, bicycle rides, quad bike rides, boat ride on the Maha village, jet ski, banana boat, party bus ride, nightclub, live DJ, DJ night, brass band, a trip to Inzulezu, Fort Apollonia, Ankasa Forest, Kwame Nkrumah Memorial Home, and so much more. All right, so you can book and pay by December 1st and enjoy. You can call us on 030-397773 or 0501-570-684 or 0540-124-114. Or you can send us an email. I will be too happy to help you, and that's for Maha Beach Resort. It's now time for us to cross over to Community Manifesto today on TV3 New Day. We're going to Brekum East. Stay tuned.
TV3NewDay, and we are coming to you live from Brekum East constituency. Let me just let you understand the population size of this particular constituency. And then we also talk a bit about some politics. That is the voting pattern, as far as this particular constituency is concerned. So, per the 2010 Housing and Population Census, Brekum East Municipal recorded some 92,847 people. Now, 10 years after that, the population increased from 92,847 to 106,252 people. So, in terms of annual growth change or rate, then we are talking about some 1.3% annual population change or increase as far as this particular municipality is concerned. Now let's look at gender. Females dominate the population. So we have 52.8% being the female population and 47.2% being the male population. If we are to go specifics as far as sexes and then youth and what have you are concerned, then I can say that this is one particular municipality that has huge youth population. What does it mean? It means high demand. So the big question is, have their expectations been met in terms of development? Now let's look at the political dynamics as far as this particular municipality is concerned. So here we are talking about Brekum East constituency because we are talking elections. This particular constituency has been very loyal to the governing New Patriotic Party. In fact, the last time NDC won this seat was in 1996. And since then, the MPP has dominated in every election as far as Brekum East constituency is concerned. So the last person to have won the seat for the NDC was J.H. Owusu Echampon. He was the last person to have won the seat for the NDC. And since then, it has remained a political bona fide property, literally, for the ruling New Patriotic Party. So we've had the likes of Captain Nkrabea Ifadate, the famous Nkrabea Ifadate, being the first person from the ruling New Patriotic Party to have won the seat for the first time for the MPP since its creation in 1996, and it has been like that. So currently, the seat is still in the hands of the MPP. But they say power belongs to the people. Here, we are going to engage the constituent to really understand their pressing issues and, of course, whether the expectation over the years have also been met. So these are, this is the kind of conversation we're going to have as far as the Brekum East constituency is concerned. Iti papa, me mamunyina akwaba, edeba eye media general community manifesto. But let's also understand who and who are contesting for the Brekum East constituency. I understand some of the parliamentary candidates will also be making their way here. Whoever comes, we are going to engage that particular person. But on the side of the MPP, we understand that the incumbent member of parliament, Alex Treme, is still running or is still contesting for this particular seat. That is hoping to retain his seat. And of course, from the camp of the NDC, we also know that Simon Ampabin Treme is also hoping to win the seat after a very long time. The last time they won the seat was 1996, so he's hoping to also bring back the seat to the NDC. But as to whether it's going to be possible or otherwise, the power lies on a thumb of the constituent here, and they are going to decide, and that is the electorate. So for now, I will let the constituent here introduce themselves, then we activate the conversation. Papa, Pache Frose. All right. Eja fa micro no ebro no kakra. Aha. Okay, ma mention o mic no me say okay, all right. Aha. All right. All right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Eja special body ni bi o. Eja wusu. GPRTU. That's why I'm penifoni bi amowa ha. Fantastic. Pacho fama papa smame. Papa udin.
Nana ofore amanfo me brekum manhwene echiame. Ena brekum constituency nyina mene interparty peace alliance committee chairman.
Nana Piao. Akwa banana. All right. May I know your name, sir?
My name is Honorable Simon Ampabin Chairman, NDC parliamentary candidate for Brekum East constituency.
Okay, all right. Adia.
Pastor from Miss Yasmin Al Hassan, may a Brekum Prota taxi chairperson.
Okay, all right. Let me also put on record that we invited all the political parties. So the NDC rep is here. We are still waiting for the other members of the other political parties to also make their way here so we can also engage them. Papa, Nana, where do you best have through? So, when I'm with your crew, for you can't Brekum East municipality. So far, more concerns mini be a day. When I'm with her.
Yo, medase.
What am I trying to say? What are you?
Cecilia, ye woman. Brekum, nananom. Adia, ada yakuma swa ni se. Party bien wa esochen. Party Ghana. Party bien wa ewo Ghana haya esochen Ghana. Eti die nananom ye kanyina ni se. Ye nyina se asundwie eni Ghana ha. Ye to aba ewie ni asundwie ni Ghana ha. Bi bien wa ebe koso. Ahenie enkoso. Ana edwadie enkoso. Schooling enkoso. Bi bien wa be dey ebe koso. Eti nanano ye kanyina ne se. Yesre political parties se. Ebere aso se. Omo ko apro na omo ye campaign. Yesre mo se. Omo kwa de ye ba ye beye na ama Ghana man anya asumdwe ena me ena wo nsoso yenya asumdwe no eno na omo enka ho asem se party A obaaye o se me ba meye enkania party ba B obaaye o se meye ensuo party C baaye o se meye kotal ene ade de obia ka eto yakoma so no ena yebegina na yede yato aba yesre political party nse se obiba na oye ne campaign dia oba obetimi aye no eno na onka ho asem enye ne obi aka ana se obi aye ena ese oye dey oka ho asem so oka asebie mo ye nyina wa adwene eti papa we oba obeba na Brekum station yasesa no na ye de akwa na afo no ho a yaka ebia na party bi owo so no onsesa no me de me ba mesesa no me de akwa se to yakoma so a yenso ye beto aba no na yasesa yadwene se oh ni aye pe no party we ba obeye enye se bia mo party we ba o so party we nim de enkwase afo we nim omo ba omo nkanya nsasem omo nye se eti nananom de yesre political parties na we Ghana ha nyina ne se me sense so bio party bia ne ho a oso chen Ghana na yasomdue na yehwehwe se de be ya Ghana man ebenya asomdue eti ye consent ne se enye nipa nyina ena mokọ abamu a ombetimi aye ne nipa nyina apẹ party biba na ochi akromfo a wokroma nyina gu abamu a obi obokro no ompe na semda party biba no so sebi mpraduasa gentra fo ma me mama mo gentra e wo Ghana ha biwa gentra ne bia ne wo be den obepe na sem de America kosi ane se enye de party bi beba obeye no e na Ghana fo ina bepe na sem every say dia obeye na ebi ho atono no obi so okwa amiediem eti yesre political parties na ewo Ghana ha say yesre mo a omo ye campaign mo atemdidie ene ayampia yeto emeba meye say ena kwasiafo wenum omba ye omanye wenum ba ye omanye eno de emfa asundwe bi anya de emra Ghana eti de Ghana fo ye betimi ato aba nananom ye kan se hwe wasetenam na to aba if you say yehunia akọ yehunia aba yehunia akọ yehunia aba eti de akọ ena de aba no ena yesi yehwe so na yeto aba no na atemdidie ene nsema ehu hia no de nanam se yesrebre kuman ene Ghana man nyina se muma yemfa eno ntwenche na de obi aba obetimi aye no onka na nyina so na on the 7th of December no yekwa yehu kwanya befa so a yebeto yaba na de nananom ewo no
nana meda wase na nana piao what kind here I want to engage I mean we are political party rep back ha. So Nana has been advising against politics of insult, insightful language, and what have you. You are a party, a political figure. How clean have you conducted yourself as far as your campaign is concerned?
Thank you very much. I've always been saying this time and again that when you don't have superior and better policy alternative for your people, when you don't have a message, that is when you begin to resort to insults and all that. But either Simon and Pabin Treme, the NDC parliamentary candidate for Brekum East, have demonstrated that I don't only have a vision, but I have a superior, magnificent, and better policy alternative for the good people of Brekum to better their lot. So since I started my campaigning, that again, I'm an elder of Church of Pentecost. So certainly you wouldn't see me doing the untoward. I've always been talking to the good people of Brekum concerning my message, what I've done previously for the good people, what I want to do for them, and how I intend changing the lives of the people of Brekum. And what is even more impressive is that I go to the extent of telling them not only my goals, my objectives, my policies, but I tell them the instruments, target, and indicators, even to measure my performance when I'm given the opportunity to lead the good people of Brekum. So for me, it is a living testimony here in Brekum that Edda is very clean, very noble and gentle, straight to the point and issues, and policies and how we ameliorate the pace and the plight of the good people of Brekum. But I don't engage in those cheap insult and all that. I'm not part of that.
Okay, thank you. Nana, wait a minute, Papa Bekasa. Papa, I say, Udia, I feel ya tears ya in some Nankasemu, a year development, a work Kromoha. I say, we GPRT from Penny Phony B. A day and someone a modiato abayanim. Emudian wetimia ye emudian na mo share ni mu se obeye amamo a driver for nana obi abeka bi enti
dashi ya ko subia no am se jibasi fo edu de ekoso Ghana man nyina ekoso jibati ekoso man nyina omunim na Bibiano Rense, Omusa, Sabaya, Mtopa, Emma, Abutre, Nadia, Ubitimi, Aye, Nasawoka, Nabodia, won't mean Manka, Obabano, no one to man yet, never acquire in Semibri. Did you also say, say, never. Said the idea here, Emma, give it to tissue pants, I find yet for the Bruco, how quite.
Eti eja oka akwan a yimayehu akwan ni mu bibia na pani bi kretie na wo se bi free aha kosi ha aha nti kwan ni edin no
ebiti se sanse kwan
esanse senase
kwan enye
okay
mpadase kwan enye mpadapo kwa enye dia ya kwan se aja breku montamu no enso enye nsoto a asokon edin de pia to kra ne alawa road no bridge e bo ho enso enye be ATS ni so mo ye up to mo nye ama ka lodu free sawitu breku to sawia yo be fa ha isa so be fa sa ring road no onjim fa hobiem
eti kwan we mu nya ye kwan a asai free tete
asai
ebesi samre eti ndc time nya na asai
ba so da bi na wo ho
ndc time na wo ho okay
na wo ho
na problem ne wo ho all right
but omo ye abanye no se asai na kan tim fa hobiem tina kan no lodu free sawie breku to sawie yo obefa ha no wakọ just a long way go dia say sa akwa no abade baba bia no sa akwa no so onyamai se bia adafo so ho beto wo mo
eja na sa problems we no mo de atom panifo anim dada
panifo de nim dada
se bia MC ya we
o nim dada
okay na boshe be no mo de amamo
o be se o mo be ye up to date o mo nyanye
okay all right na uyi no to nchen a eden ene mo hawa mwaka eno de mpanifo atimi aya amamo
me de me ma hu de am say be 4 years in to 8 years yi akwan montem ha kwan na omu yiyi sa ma headers containers omu yi ni nyina sa ko be ye omu anye up to date
okay
omu anye ebisi ne timi de mo hu omu anye up to the kwan omu anye asoma ye kwan na na breku hini wu ye no asa mu yuju su kakra ma so da ho
all right mame pese me no so kasa kakra pacho beji microphone na mame say yo mame mo so mu issues ye de
me ye proto taxi chairperson ba be say my ye adwuma 11 good years
hey mame
me kita drivers by 500 wow taxi
mo say mame mo say mame
me wadro mame wo sunyan 11 good years babisia your friend me mama one oba kukudrofo 11 good years me how I drivers pass your car pass and now oko car pass kiti bi cross car de be ma wono utimi nto and car porter utimi nkoyika na nka mama one pa nka 2015 year ba nka manya cars be de ho yetimi nto number setting kwa de deba obara koyika utimi nto car pass okoko magazine kwato ade kiti bi bu ade be ma wono utimi nto utimi nto bra de atosu mienu tete pa na sa bangi we ase no moto wi no ase no wona ho wo ba omoda na ade che omatu kwan omode ama bangi fo etu nya ba bi nna wote wa na obi abeto wani sumaju fo no de ko kwa he ya feature ha light akranfo na ateto ye light no sa ofri nkran na eba ahoma to ite so abedina ba bi kra ho me kakra no wote wa na akranfo abeto wani so ajufo no de dwane ena car pass yetibinto car pass odi akọ magazine so akọ to azoba obatene bo ko magazine ha yi aso akọ to car azoba back azoba
eti mama one boy kakra ye una wo ye se adwuma we ye adwuma ye be se hu prices no
my car pass 11 good years minim car mu nsem nyina
yes
mo drivers na drivers na bre
okay eti bobo spare parts ni mu bia motor no first no to say ne bot say me pacho we driver ni so ha obetimi aba microphone no na ososo wa be kan mo de say da bia motobi spare parts me mama wana ka ho asem eti mo betimi aba na ma beboa me pacho obefa kire ho no aha obefa kire no akasa odaroma oba no abodi me pacho da bia obekọ wachi wa mama I kojina Mike. Aha. Yes. Eti mama wa meba. Ma yeteo.
Eyezu.
Dabi wadaroma. Aha. Mesramo. Eyezu yeza na yase enya no ntini enam. Kan wasem.
Yedam wase. Na ewom ni say first no me toka 5,454 million 2016.
Car na
B.
Car
nkasa. Saturn 9 engine ninja me to engine 13.5. Ye wie ye no. na ka ne timisi sunyankwan so koba bia basata na wo beto tire na ye 30 cedis or 50 cedis azoba sata na ye betimi ato azoba asrabi 70 cedis ene azoba trade no wo beto pono nko a 200 Ghana pono nko a 200 Ghana eye 32 million oba animu azoba no say ye tu pono nko amawa eye 3 million Tetriscano 3 million and eye 300 Ghana cedis ye to auto complete no ko no was so Dixie was so ana drama and eye 3.5 and you to animu complete mienu a eye 7 million actually no so auto mienu a eye 4 million oba asrabi mi yusu metono 2016 a certain na bonnet ye 150 Ghana cedis animu bumper 300 Ghana cedis
when a brand new one say home use okay
because asrabi no anaka se ba na ye nya store one this a home use na yeto na no aso na memfa na se brekum ye mudodo ankasa yeren eto oba akire bumper obeto no ene 500 or 600 Ghana
home use
first no na ye 300 or ubetimi anya 250 or 300 Ghana cedis biem over seat ewo asrabi no inside there first ya meto meka no meto no 600 Ghana cedis and now 2024 otono 1800 Ghana cedis over engine nankasa na engine no complete meto media 2016 13.5 and now no memory da miko kumase koto asrabi ecotech 0.8 engine 8000 asrabi anase ebeka se astra engine eye normal one yemu madra for your friend abemben 7500 75 million
Opel
Astra osamba ecotech nankasa 0.6 ya and also betimi anya 0.6 ni 0.8 ni nyina no obetimi bono 8000 di mijina na mibisa se na kwambenso na ebe fa ka nkasa ye betimi ato this time uba brekuma cars ya ye yusu nyina mo be hwe ni year ye ni 2024 e wo ye station a ni nyina ye number 13 number 14 up to maybe number 17 ni aka ni nyina ye z eni ade uba link asrabi link satema me talk na me turn 25 cedis and asrabi link 70 cedis over doors na mabano first me to me doors 700 Ghana cedis and a short boot asrabi no ya caravan ya saloon na ya short boot na me use no and 1700 caravan ubetono 1700 achire boot ya de no edasronko ne caravan ye 1700 ba short boot no ubetono 1200 oba inside interior nankasa dashboard meto me car 2016 meto dashboard any steer ni nyina 900 Ghana cedis 9 million and dashboard no kwa 2200 oba steer nankasa steer na yesomu no first na ye two top pad na mount top pad nankasa top nankasa no na ultimate turn 200 Ghana cedis and at top ni yesi yentu biem o kwata this a complete steer obeton 7 million ya dia ma ye and this time no cars yankasa ho no maboa ye den enkanka oko o type Astra nankasa na eno so ba ye na o to animal light na minim na and light no kwa ye 500 Ghana cedis oko achire light ya aya friend indicator na eno so mienu ne ye 700 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
And then no cran ne bo edensne ya sabi na heren ye use no. Ayo. Egugumu bebre ya ayo. Black bull. Ya seahorse, ya gold, ya shell. Egugum bebre. Total. Ayo na ye to. Na ne bo afu ameka station ya de aja ya ka enom na ye to no. Na ya to ya 70 Ghana cedis. And that black bull I turn 70 Ghana cedis, and I see what's I turn, and then 190 Ghana cedis, 1.9, but be a 1.950. Filter, now you turn 15 cedis, and that filter and over turn 25 Ghana cedis.
All right, I'm say now, sa issues when you know, Mama, I buying penny for it.
Where you can.
Okay. I'm say Mama one chairperson best of cousin.
Two.
Yeah.
On what they are to my name, but you won't penny be and fire someone got to my answer with a problem. My thing now at TV3 for by a person can ask a man buying it. Now paying 40. No more boy drivers, because drivers say bread.
All right. So we are coming to you live from the Berekum East Municipal Lorry Park, and that is where we are bringing to you community manifesto. In fact, we've been engaging some of the leadership here as far as the transport owners or association here is concerned, and they have been sharing their concerns with us. Papa, meba nanaso. Muna moyem penny for her. Enche bia meba ha na mosomo de masema ba. Ohe ensemwa abranti kan ya na said driver yi kan ya. Na say we de penny for isimusi. Say moso be de be call penny for anim na ebi o matimi aye bibia afa ho. Because of madwuma na moye nti. Pacho mo de kosoro ho.
Pacho, am say woni bia na so kan ya. Kemenu say da ba bibi hawa. You were before. I said, we took over Mamma. No more to call him a first. You need to say, what a car. Penny, who said, BBC how?
I to him, you are Munim. Okay.
One car. So, what a can't go on, yeah. But what a ball.
Okay. All right. It's a microphone where so concern be our driver in our house who bet me abaha. Okay. All right. It will be to me abaha. Now, Papa, I'm saying, and some now more can say affected driver for pa. Minim say also will be to me the will be bigger crabs over car fan. Okay. All right. Papa, bet me about to see a mammy. Okay. Bet me crab trying to see a mammy. Okay. Me Papa, bet me a Jan.
Yo, a friend may job will do. Me had more deep proud to you. Adawa for some no more canoe. Nessie and can was him. BBI in free back near commune, near Comiensa. Or more catch a looker near the core region, no region to the core national. A ya someone a dawa de dada. Ya can penny for what's me. Eddie Hum Combo. Nano or Moco national Ukraine, no can want some more national. It is some idea, and no crest a down for no more bread. And can petrol any diesel. Ni boy then it is never new charge be cross or yamane.
Nayana yes so passengers also problem a woman say aban no bomb odiante petrol no so ase na so mote so kakra mo so monte so.
Eh no pre na metro. Price na so de maye no. On fa maye. O ka so pe 30% o so amount 10%. That one better than what did it is a what is kakre because it's 2 cities. It is no crazy. That was no 1 percentage now open or the mouth, yeah. What is so better so? Now I did 30%, remember 10%. Now I bet to 2 cities. No, what is I dare so? It is no crazy. Or more boy or more dawa for kitty. Ya kwan ye ebibi anye kroma omo tutu kroma.
Okay.
Omo so omo be ye kota la mayen mfie nani obi aye ni kiosk ya betu obi abon konte ya betu masa mfie nani ye hunu he papa bi ye friend alawa wa ye ekwan free BP ekosi doma akwanu na ka pesi ka mokura kotwa hwe mase fie nwotwini bridge na ka ho wa ye kwan na wi aka bridge keke bridge na ka ho na anu yankwati ya national budget yesi ya gubre kum ko ta nyina Eti ya penny pa kura no di sa information no call ya and say ya Brekum ko tare. Na kohwe brenya kwakwane. Kohwe batase yakwane. Kohwe chiriba sinase masa usi so awre be ho. Eti ya sremo sama badia nipa kro no di budget no call say ya Brekum ko tare nyina no. Omomi ya hu say ya mpi na di call you say ya mpi na si e di call you omomi ya hu na mo ba ya no say mo ba wi aka ma mo kohwe bridge no na no ya te so obi so kwakoye omo so mo nye na wo contract ye hu nipa cross a o be ye ese busu mi anu akai e na mo be ye bridge na na say dabe no be ye eti ye sremo mo de se mu firi na mo betima akokora mo nkotwa na mo kohwe ifi nwotwi ni e di caterpillar na ajeje ho nti masa da for you problem.
All right.
Yo how papa. It's a da for ne kan e ya no kre.
Me da say. Okay. Aha. What are my say also be can.
Na madam as say most mama kwanya ka say men kasa sa platform.
Patro microphone no ben mame.
Yeah. From asi edutaku. Na ya how ka say pa yo station ha ya drivers ebi ni say na me ni ba be kan yi ubakwa magazine no bi aye ne store esa so nine obewura store num no na ba bia won bo omo ni first prize
Patro sa kan bi o
ubakwa magazine say okotare
okay
store no sa so enko ba bia ebrekum ha ya ubakwa na store no bia na bo ni first prize
Obia ne bo. Ebi wo form bi wo soro.
Ene ye first one. The same brekum o. Hwe ne say station ha ye we. Se si ai etimba say cancel for ha. Na ye di ngura agu ha. With the pillar of time na Ryan Torso. Eye ye ha ba ko. Ni nyina chi no. Ya ka say go say plan ka say bi say pass ne boy de ne. Ye timi ntoka amono. Ka ndodo na over age. Na ka ba kra fra brochira ba no say na ji say Toyota fish na sefu yeah high for the use transit e over 8 car pass no say na ukoto pass 20 cedis ya ade ya ba chen already no say enter 20 cedis na ko 60 cedis anya 40 kura anya 40 na ni nyina chi yampa info no so no say de na mo kala all fair asemi ya ba to ka ska unso o kan asem bi say ada na driver for omotika ska so a
omote petrol so a
mo hwe ni say my omotum etim to petrol na ya to ka ska ya tum bi petrol na 20 cedis ya omba say ya to at petrol no ma kodu be 30 cedis ya mfred da wani bi amisa na asem say ya di bi kan ho uni auction apart from say on panyin ne be ka tro say sikara ya de ato petrol no so no omo di bi ka ho nti yatim tuma koduru tambi ayo mo a plus no abati so no enuru o plus na omo de to diesel no kuro ma omo de hye fe na ma ho no remember for example already omo hye fe we ma ya sisi currently ayo mi diesel na was saying yeah 12 point something na 14 point something diesel na no kwaya koduru 15 won say yato so e ba enu 12 no kura na bafuma mo ultimate no lo fe no so di panyin na no I say fair no pra ultimate so okay tell say no say na nka beto so ka ati patrol so no say de ya aban na ato patrol so no say una otum no una ate so de ote so na atum na wani ntimi nyina hantu lol fe think ata ma ati patrol so na say ati president just ni here ebra mo ha because of the why in so ntimi famba what me dey as pa say what wa ma drivers in plus ana na ate so am san fa plus ma omo say omo nte so.
All right. Me da say papa, me da say nana enche nana beja e ho akọ eti mame Musa nana say wo hwe ensem a driver for no eka na say transport operators no so eka eja mo de empanifo ne ba mo ba ahemfie ebesra mo nsem hyira ansa na omatie si form na omone eye adehye na be akasa ebi aba ahemfie monim ama mo so mo de ato eye politicians nanim
yo me da se ni wa se mbisa obisa nyamie ni mini se me kasa sesia me kasa ade agina brekumai nananom ina anemu ana me kasa se biemo omoba de haye ye ka kire won na sebi ofa bo ade hye tayam na oto so nkoko anoma.
Now, world today, where everyone is striving to be part of a technological world, you need to hear this.
My dad found UPI for me.
We are Academy Nameba Uni Straight. Before coming to the institution, I was a graphic designer.
School leaver.
Want a free bets? You might follow these steps. You can join 1xBet app. Confirm your participation. You can bet on the correct match score. You can get a free bet every week. 1x free bet. Active bonuses for active players.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gambling can be addictive.
An inspiring tale of love, hope, and perseverance. This is Faltu, which means useless. Being born into a feudal family in rural Rajasthan means Faltu faces ill treatment and disrespect from everyone except her father and her cousin Pratap. Having been born a girl child, Faltu defies societal norms and fights against all odds to achieve her dreams of becoming a cricketer. Fate brings Faltu into contact with Ayan, a former cricketer from Mumbai who is visiting her village.
फालतू के क्रिकेट ने इतना बड़ा नुकसान करवा दिया मेरा.
Impressed by Faltu's strength and determination, Ayan helps her to pursue her dreams of being a professional cricketer, falling in love with her in the process. Ayan is engaged to Tanisha, a woman from his extended family circle. Will Faltu and Ayan overcome the numerous obstacles to their love? Get all the answers to these questions and more in Faltu, a tale of hope, determination, and love. Catch Faltu Mondays to Fridays at 6 p.m. on TV3.
Hey, what's cooking?